wanted to talk to you about, and it's interesting because guests, I want your opinion on this, but definitely consultants, I want to share something with you that is so different than just a normal party light show and really powerful. Have any of you, some of you said you held shows, have any of you held a Naughty Nighty show? You obviously haven't, eh? You're always went. What about a chocolate buffet show? No? What about a banana split? Okay, listen. How many of you have shows booked? Oh my God. Okay, so some of you have shows booked. Okay, listen to this. Consultants, I want to address you first, and guests, you can let me know if maybe you want to do it. I mean, it's a lot of fun. One of the things that takes place is sometimes when you do this business for a long time, sometimes it's the same thing over and over again. You have fun, you love the product, you get new product, but you want something fun and fresh at your shows. And one of the things that happened the other day is I was actually looking at Facebook and it said something about, I want to thank Sarah for doing the chocolate some kind of show, and all I could think of is I read that part and I thought, oh, there's a chocolate company out there, I want to do a show. And then I read on a little further, and here was Party Light. It thank Sarah for bringing the chocolate shots or whatever it was, or pudding shots or something. And then it said, I'm so pleased to give her $200 in free product. Candles, free candles. And I thought, she's talking about a theme show. And then I thought, how fast did I react to that? And I realized that I haven't been doing theme shows for a long time, and I'll tell you, my favorite show to do. Do you guys like chocolate? How many of you like chocolate? All right, now we're talking. So chocolate. My favorite show to do is a chocolate buffet show. Can you imagine, just picture all this chocolate? Oh, it's just so good. I would totally go to any show that had a chocolate buffet. So what I used to do is I would hold shows and I would create a chocolate buffet, but how you do it is you actually find a hostess that wants to have a chocolate buffet show. It's not too hard because number one, on average hostesses are getting over $125 in free product, and right now, this month and next month, the average is actually $200 in free product. Half price items, hostess specials, plus the guest specials are fantastic. So there's so many reasons to have a show, but now we're gonna have a chocolate buffet show. And so what happens is the hostess and I work together to actually create this chocolate buffet. So what I get her to do is we make a list and we kind of solidify 10 to 12 people that are coming to the chocolate show. Each guest brings 10, well, it depends on how many people. So let's say we have 10 people, we bring 10 pieces of chocolate. Any kind of chocolate, their favorite chocolate dessert, their favorite chocolate, anything. And so 10 people bring 10 pieces of chocolate something. Now, you have 100 pieces in this chocolate buffet, right? That is a good show. So that is just something different. And what I do as a consultant is I give some sort of gift to each person that brought the chocolate. Not anything huge, just a thank you for putting in the effort to create our chocolate buffet. And I'll tell you, it is good. And my favorite chocolate buffet is at my house because everybody leaves their chocolate when they're done. Well, some people take it and I think, oh, wish I... So the chocolate buffet show is great. The Naughty Nighty show is so fun. So the Naughty Nighty show, how that works is I look for a crazy hostess. So I'd call Rhonda because she totally do this. So I'd call Rhonda and be like, hey Rhonda, it's Ange calling. How you doing? Good. Thank gosh I got a hold of you because I want us to do this crazy show. It is so fun. It's called the Naughty Nighty show. And all you need to do is invite your friends and tell them to bring their naughtiest nightie in a bag where we can't see what it is. Okay, that's all you have to do. Then there's going to be prizes for those that guess the most, guess the nighties correctly of who wears that nightie to bed, and who has the naughtiest nightie. It is hilarious, hilarious. So again, it's something different. So they bring their nighties in their little bags, and you line them up. Have anybody ever been to a Naughty Nighty show? Oh, you guys are totally missing out. I would suggest you totally have one. So, Naughty Nighty show, you line the nighties up. Nobody knows what's going on. And everybody, so there's some people that are even a little nervous wondering what you're going to do with their nightie. And so then at the end of the demo, so again, here's their treat. Of course, they're going to get the customer specials. The hostess gets a hostess specialist. It's a fantastic, fun evening. It's a short evening because shows are normally quite short. And then we're going to do the nightie thing. So I'm going to give a paper to every single person with a pen, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually ask them as I pull out, so you can imagine, I'm going to pull out the first nightie and say, who do you think this belongs to? And they're not going to say a word, they're not allowed to talk. They have to write down who they think that nightie belongs to. Then the next one, and so on and so forth, until they're all done. Then we come back, and this is where it gets totally, I can't even explain the laughing that goes on at this show. Like, it's so fun. So you pull out this first one and go, okay guys, who did you think this one belongs to? And so they start guessing. Oh, I think that was Sarah's. And they go on and on and on until you realize that whatever it is, the slinkiest little thing, there's like an 80-year-old woman sitting there and that's mine. And it is just, you can't imagine the things you pull out of those bags. So then what happens is they're awarded for who had the most people right. Or did I say that right? Who had the most people, you know what I mean, right? And then the whole room judges on what was the naughtiest nightie. So again, like, I really don't even know how to describe what you're finding in these bags, but it is just something that is, people don't have time to go out and not have a fantastic time, okay? So when you just phone somebody and I say, hey Donna, it's Ange calling, you want to have a party light show? What is her immediate reaction? You're a lot of guests here. What is your immediate reaction? You just kind of process, it's like, well, nah. But if it's like, hey Donna, listen, I'm doing a naughty nightie show. I'd love for you to be the hostess. I think your friends would like it. What is she going to say? At least what is a naughty nightie show? Right? Don't you agree? How many of you would have a naughty nightie show? Okay, so we got some hands. Exactly. How many of you would have the chocolate buffet? Oh yeah, I'm with you on that chocolate, 100%. So let me share how powerful this is for you. Even for those that are guests in the room, you might want to think about this, because on Thursday night I was in Bonnieville, and there was a consultant there by the name of Rhonda Castle, love her to death. And she didn't have anything going on in her schedule, and we talked about the chocolate buffet show, and she was like, you know, and Carrie was saying, I'm going to do that, and Rhonda was saying, I wouldn't do chocolate, I don't like chocolate. So I said, well, I have something for you. So I described to her the Naughty Nightie show. So that was on Thursday night. Friday, she invited everybody she could think of to come to the Naughty Nightie show on Saturday. Okay, so one day of inviting. And Saturday, she had a $950 show and 3 bookings, and so much fun from her Naughty Nightie show. So it switches things up for the hostess, your guests. You give your girlfriends and friends a hilarious experience, as well as the fact that, again, you're going to reward yourself with a lot of free product, as well as the guests, because right now we have the hottest customer special. And the hottest customer special is, do you know what it is? Not the customer, not the consultants, but the guests. Do you know what the hottest customer special is for Party Light? The half price item. I've been doing this for 19 years, well in May it'll be 19 years, and never did we have an opportunity to give customers half price items of their choice. So they're looking at the product line and they see a lantern for $120 and they're like, oh, and maybe they are not a person that likes to host a show, period. Maybe they just, that's not for them. They don't want to do a book show, nothing. So they really have to pay full price. Well, now with a $50 customer order, which I mean that's 3 dozen votives, they can get that for half price. And that is consistent in the hostess program, so your guests are getting a great opportunity, and your sales are increased with that, so therefore you get more hostess program. And if you're a consultant, of course, that also increases your paycheck. So I just wanted to share, have a little bit of fun. We do even have a dialogue, so a script for consultants, just because I know I ramble. And this way you can actually read it. I know you're not going to read it verbatim, you don't want to be a telemarketer, but it gives you an idea of how you can invite somebody to have, say, a Naughty Nightie show or a chocolate buffet show, and switch it up a little bit and have some fun. Okay? Okay, so how many of you are having a Naughty Nightie show?